Miss Ira Trivedi. Miss Ira Trivedi is the best-selling author and yogacharya. She has written 8 books, including fiction, non-fiction and children's books. She has won several awards for her work, including the UK Media Award and the Indian Express Devi Award. In 2017, she was honoured as one of BBC's 100 most influential women in the world. Ira is a master of yoga with multiple shows on TV. She graduated from Wellesley College, Massachusetts, USA, with BA in Economics and completed her MBA from Columbia Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Ira Trivedi to inspire us by her worthy words.
Miss Ira Trivedi.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. So I just want to give you a little bit of my background so that I can set the tone. It's always an honor and a blessing to come to Indore. I moved here, it's almost now 25 years ago. It feels like not so long ago. Sometimes, we forget how old we are. I came here in 1998, straight from Washington, D.C., where my father was posted, and we moved to Indore, and I joined the Daily College, where I studied for 4 years. And the experience was quite jarring, coming from the United States straight to Indore. But what I learned in this town, I must say, were some of the most valuable lessons of my life. And I do believe that many of the seeds that were to be sown for my future life journey were here in Indore. So these 4 years, out of all of my education, and I've had the privilege to study at some of the best institutions in the world, I would say that what I learned here in Indore, not only because of Daily College, but because of the people, was some of the most valuable lessons of my life. So it's so wonderful to see Indore thriving as a city. When I was driving, I've come here, I usually end up coming to Indore once in 2 years for a talk or an event. And when I came here and I was driving past, I couldn't recognize anything. But then I saw Top in Town. That still exists. So the Top in Town, I think, was there, 25, 30 years ago, and the place remains the same. So this morning, I didn't expect this to be such a beautifully organized event. So really, I must say a big thank you to IMA and to all the student volunteers for really doing an excellent job. I go to so many, I speak often at the IIMs and various institutions, but the kind of attention to detail that I saw at this event, I must say. So thank you, Harshita has been corresponding, and to the entire team of the IMA for really organizing a spectacularly well-organized event. I must say this. This was my first observation, but it was also for me a little bit of a crazy morning, because I teach the President of India, and he likes to do yoga very early in the morning at something like 6 a.m. So I came straight from there to the airport in Delhi, and then from the airport to Delhi, I came here, and now from here I have to go to Goa, where I have another event tomorrow morning. And so in between, I carried a very small hand luggage. So I was speaking to my sister, who's in Hong Kong, who also went to Daily College, on the phone. I said, Anjani, I didn't really expect this to be such a good event, and I'm not sure I'm appropriately dressed for this event. So she's like, go to Palacia and buy something. And I was like, well, Anjani, I would just like to say that Indore has grown far past Palacia. There's now all sorts of shops here. In fact, I saw W.H. Smith at the airport. So this, Indore has grown far beyond what we knew of in Indore 20 to 25 years ago. So I'm sure a lot of people in this room have been responsible for this city's growth. So again, a big congratulations to all of you for leading this city so far. So again, thank you. Thank you for doing that. And also a little bit of my, okay, yes, a cheer to everyone. Really, it is business that Indore has really been famous for throughout the ages. And I think that really drives it forward. A little bit of my family background as well, and why Madhya Pradesh and in Indore has always been a special place in my family's heart. So my great-grandfather was appointed by Mahatma Gandhi to be the head of the central provinces during the independence struggle. And once India was independent, he was then the first chief minister of Madhya Pradesh. And at that point in time, Nagpur was capital. But even then, he would tell my dadi that Indore always was a very special place, Because Indore was not the political capital, he wasn't here very often, but whenever he did come here, he would always say there was something about Indore. There was a certain charm, a certain ronak. He would say ki Indore mein kuch hai. There's something about this place, and I think whatever that spark was has truly come, we truly see that spark becoming a flame in 2020. So again, a big congratulations to people in this room. People like me moved away from Indore after college. After Delhi College, we moved and then we didn't come back. But I know it's the people who have really stayed here, brought this city forward. So I just want to, I know you guys have been also sitting for a long time on your chairs, and I promised that I would do a little bit of, a little bit of yoga. So everyone's going to do the headstand today, okay? Yeah? No? Okay, no, I'm kidding. No headstands. We'll do some stuff just sitting in the chair. But I just want to set the tone. I know we don't have, we have about 20 minutes remaining, and I have a couple of things that I want to cover, and I want to leave a little bit of time for Q&A as well. So I just thought that we would begin by doing a very short 3-minute, I would like to call it a body scan meditation. So would you guys join me for that? Just 3 minutes, and I promise you'll feel better afterwards. Okay. So if we would keep both our feet flat on the ground and just sit up straight in your chair. You can keep your palms on your lap. So just both feet flat on the ground, back straight, spine straight. And if you could close your eyes. And please silence in the room. I know there's some people chatting upstairs, but there's a lot of people focusing and concentrating. So just back straight, spine straight, keep your eyes closed. And let's begin with a deep inhalation from the abdomen. So inhale deeply on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. And exhale with control on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Inhale deeply with my counting on 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale with control on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Last time, inhaling deeply at your own pace from the abdomen, inhaling. And slowly exhale with control, keeping your eyes closed, keeping your focus. And now bring all the focus on the tips of your toes. And just imagine a small ball of light in the tips of your toes. Slowly moving that ball of light from the tips of the toes towards the heels, moving the ball of light upwards into the calves, the left calf, the right calf, moving the ball of light to the knees, the right knee, the left knee, bringing the ball of light to your thighs, right thigh, left thigh, bringing the ball to the base of the spine, and as the ball moves up the spine, it relaxes each and every part of your spine, each and every part of your vertebra. So the ball moves slowly up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, relaxing each and every part of the spine, relaxing the lower back, the middle back, upper back. The ball of light moves to the palms of the hands, relaxing the fingers, moving to the wrists, the forearms, left forearm, right forearm, to the elbows, right elbow, left elbow, to the upper arms, right upper arm, left upper arm, and now to the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders. My shoulders are relaxed. The ball of light moves to the throat, And now moves to the face, relaxing the chin, the lips, the nose, the eyes, the right eye, the left eye, and the brain. The ball of light moves to the scalp, relaxing each and every pore in the scalp. My face, my brain, my mind are relaxed, relaxed, and relaxed. My whole body, from the tips of my toes to the top of my head, are relaxed, relaxed, and relaxed. I am relaxed. My body is relaxed. My mind is relaxed. I am bliss. I am peaceful. I am happy, and I am relaxed. And just stay here now for the next 5 seconds. Relaxing any part of your body which needs to be relaxed, any part which is hurting, removing any tensions from the body, from the mind, from the heart, letting go of any stress in the body or in the mind. Consciously removing these stresses, these pains, these tensions. Getting ready to face the rest of the day with a positive and concentrated mind. And now slowly take your palms and rub your palms together, rubbing them together, generating heat in the palms. And then place the palms on the top of your head, bringing positive energy to the top of your head and then to your eyes. And now slowly opening the eyes, getting ready for the talk. Guys are feeling better? Yeah? See, 2-3 minutes. It all takes immediately. You can feel it in the room, right? Yeah. It's always good. Okay, that's good. We can bring the energy up a little bit. You know, everyone was ready to go to sleep. Yeah? Right. So I know I'm supposed to talk a little bit about the yoga economy. So I wanted to do that because I know that we are here to talk about management. But before that, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about my yoga journey. I never thought that I would be a yoga teacher. I never even thought that I would do yoga. I was actually all throughout Daily College, I was a squash player. And Daily College was known for playing squash, and so it was a very disciplined sports culture. But I think it was this disciplined sports culture which actually helped me get the discipline that I needed when I began to practice yoga. I also do think that it was through Indore that any seeds of spiritual life were born in me. I remember we used to go very frequently to Mahakareshwar in Indore, in Ujjain. And I remember those trips were very, very special. That's a very special place. And I do believe that this was really where, as I keep on saying, that this is where many of the seeds that were to bloom in the course of the years that were to follow were born here in Indore. But I would say, you know, Mr. Dabolkar had spoken earlier, I think he left, but, you know, he said that he doesn't talk about religion and he doesn't talk about women. You know, he said that in his talk. He stays away from those two topics because they are too controversial. I find myself straight in the coincision of exactly those topics, women and religion. Through yoga, even though I don't consider yoga to be a religious activity, because in India, yoga is thought about as very much, you know, Hindu. Because of that, I find myself straight in the middle of that. So as the environment in this country changes, I see that there's quite a lot of controversy to deal with on almost a daily basis when it comes to women and it comes to yoga, religion both. But as you know, as Beyonce said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So these are some lessons that you learn through the yoga life. Now, I just want to bring a couple of statistics at play with you. Even though I never got into yoga as a business, as I have been involved in the yoga world, not just nationally, but also on a global level, I'm beginning to understand that in terms of what India has contributed to the world, the one thing which is completely unique is yoga and spirituality. This is really what India has given to the world. You know, you can say like Italy gave the world pizza, or Sweden gave the world IKEA. America has given the world pop culture and sort of modern industry as we know it. Britain has given to the world, I don't know, maybe English and culture, and it's the financial capital of the world. I don't see Mumbai ever becoming the financial capital of the world, but India could very well become the yoga capital of the world. Even though now wherever I go, yoga is growing so much globally. When I go to Bali, they say this is the yoga capital of the world. I visited Tokyo for a program, and everyone told me that Tokyo is the yoga capital of the world, and every second building has a yoga studio. Then I went next to Zurich, and then in Zurich they told me, no, Zurich is the yoga capital of the world. We have so many yoga studios there. New York today has more yoga studios than bookstores. So as a writer, I said, my gosh, I should just start doing yoga. You know, what's the point of writing books anymore when the bookstores are going down, but the yoga studios are increasing. So around the world, yoga and wellness is growing. And that's because there's a real need for it. And I do believe that India's really, the USP is yoga. Today, yoga just in the US alone is a $35 billion industry, just in the US alone. There's 300 million yoga practitioners around the world, outside of India. So this can be a huge industry, and right now in India, it's a very, very nascent industry. Of course, Baba Ramdev has done quite a lot with yoga. He has gone ahead and made yoga into quite a successful business, I would say, and overcome some, Unilever, and he's overtaken some of the really big FMCG giants. But there is still so much scope in terms of yoga. So I appeal to all the entrepreneurs of Indore, always known for its entrepreneurial spirit, to really take this opportunity in health and wellness. On the list of speakers, I saw there's a lot of speakers from the startup, we have speakers in the startup world. And I must say that even in the startup world, they're specifically looking at health tech. They're looking at investing in health tech, and yoga is really something which is of substance and value. So yoga is set to grow as an industry, and there's subsidiary industries around yoga. There's clothing, there's yoga mats, there's props. And as I said, in India, this is a very, very nascent industry, but yoga is really, really, really growing because there's such a big need for it. But these here are positive statistics. Now I'm going to talk about something which is a little bit negative. We're talking here about a $5 trillion economy, but I just want to, one figure struck me. 1 trillion was the loss to the world economy because of mental health issues at the workplace. There's a loss of $1 trillion just because there's so much depression and bad health at the workplace. So I do think, and in India alone, by the way, India today is one of the most depressed countries in the world, and corporate India is increasingly unhealthy. There's something like a recent study showed that 42.5% of the private sector was depressed, and this was growing less. 40% of the people who were surveyed, this is a 6-year survey, were sleeping 6 hours or less. And there's no reason to do that unless you are a yogi. But I don't think these people are all yogis, so this is leading to severe depression in the workplace. And I do think that this is something that all of us need to seriously examine as leaders of industry, as people who are employers of lots of people. How do we make our organizations better? And there's I think of yoga as such a beautiful, ancient practice for modern times. It's so modern. I almost think to myself, the yogis of the past must have invented yoga for the Kali Yuga, for today, for what we are going through today in terms of mental health, in terms of physical health, in terms of our diet. And India in general is probably one of the unhealthiest countries in the world, because not only do we have problems, first world problems, obesity, diabetes, hypertension, we also have all the other problems of third world, like diseases like typhoid, infant health, women's health. I mean, so we have sort of both problems of the first world as well as the developing world. And that's what puts India in a very tenuous spot. And I do think that yoga is a solve. It is a balm that can be used and it could be applied, and also it's such a beautiful preventative science. You know, I'm not saying that yoga can prevent cancer, but yoga can definitely help put you on a path which can prevent the disease as best as possible. And there's some very, very basic principles of yoga that all of us can adopt to our life. You know, how to eat like a yogi, how to do basic practices sitting on your chair at your desk to keep your spine and your back straight, because remember, if your spine is healthy, your entire body will be healthy. The spine is the brain of the body. So if you have a strong spine, you will not have problems in your knees, in your legs, in your shoulders, in your mind. A strong spine is the basis of so many good things in the body. And with the stomach, it's the, according to Ayurveda, if you have a problem in your stomach, that's where all disease comes from. So if you can, again, follow basic principles, basic diet, nutrition principles, you can actually really help, have a very strong gut. And this is what we all need in these modern times, to take a little bit of control to our eating and the way that we look at our bodies. And as I said, corporate India is a place where we can begin to look at these problems. Because if you think about it, if you spend 8 hours of your day in the office, you are spending much more time in the office in your waking hours, in the office and at home. So if you can understand how to fix a working life, then you can really understand how to balance the hours that you're awake in a much, much better way. So I really urge everyone here in this room, industry leaders, to pay a little bit more careful thought to your own organization. How can we improve the mental health of the people who are working here? How can we improve the physical health of the people who are working here? Because I promise you that if the mental and physical health of people, employees is better, the organization will be a better and more happy place in terms of energy. I know there's a lot of young students here, and I know you guys, at this age, everyone's bodies are so healthy, but even then, I know that students have so many neck and back problems because of the way that you're sitting, the way that you're spending hours on the desk. And I promise you, all the young students sitting in the audience, by inculcating just a few minutes of meditation, it's a little bit of yoga, your results will get better. I promise you. We've done studies on this and we've seen that students who are doing 5 minutes of meditation a day, their exam results are directly correlated to better, to doing more meditation. So you know what? That's all you need to do. Forget the tuitions, forget this. Just do a few minutes of meditation on a daily basis and just see the way that your focus and concentration can completely transform. To sort of bring all of this together, I actually developed an app recently. It's an app. It's called the Ira Yoga app, and you can download it on your phones for free. It's got bite-sized meditations, a few back and neck exercises. So you can download this app and schedule these meditation sessions and back and neck sessions to feel a little bit better in your body and in your mind. So I'd love to offer all of that to you, to all of you today. It's on the Play Store, it's on the App Store. So to be able to just do a couple of minutes of meditation, it transforms your whole life. So I think if you take away one thing from this conference, if it's to do 1 minute of meditation every day, I think you can see a very positive change in your life. Now, how about we get down to actually doing a little bit of yoga? How does that sound? Last couple of minutes, shall we do some very basic neck and back exercises for everyone? I promise you, it'll make your neck feel better, your shoulders feel better. It'll just be 3 exercises. So everyone, sit down on the chairs, back straight. If you can just keep your feet flat on the ground, that would be fantastic. And now, again, let's begin with 3 breaths. So keep your palms on your thighs, and let's 3 breaths to focus your energy and your mind. Inhaling with control. So inhale deeply with control, closing your eyes if you can. And exhale completely. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Now inhale deeply. And exhale. Now inhale and slowly bring your arms up over and above your head and just grab a hold of your palms. And turn your palms around and just stretch your body all the way up. Try to straighten your elbows and stretch. Taking a deep breath, just stretch your arms up, stretch all the way. Very nice. And just move a little bit to the right. And come back. And a little bit to the left. And come back. And now stretch all the way up, really like a full stretch, spinal stretch, and slowly coming all the way down. And now just move a little bit side to side, releasing any tension. Just little gentle movements, releasing any tension from the spine. So very gentle spinal movements. Nice. Okay, now a few things for the neck. Now I just want to tell you guys that the neck is the #1 most compromised part of our bodies because we're always on WhatsApp. That's why. We're always looking down on the phone like this. So this is a very unnatural neck position. So sooner or later, all of us are going to develop neck problems, no matter what age or how fit you are. So some basic neck exercise to keep you alert. So again, keeping the feet flat. So inhale. And exhale, moving to the right. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Now inhale. And exhale, move towards the left. And coming back to center. Inhale and drop your ear towards the right side. And come back to center. Inhale. And exhale, drop to the left. Coming back to center. Now inhale, drop the ear to the right and bring your right palm up and push it down on your head. And put pressure from the head into the palm, and the palm is pushing down to the head. So really creating a nice pressure, and you're pushing your head against your palm. And you can move the palm a little bit depending on if you feel any tension anywhere else. You can move the palm and just put pressure on that part of the neck. And slowly coming back down, and now we do the other side. So again, pushing down and pushing the right shoulder down. So your shoulders are not lifted, they're not like this, they're just down, so keeping the shoulder down. And again, move the palm down your head, wherever you're feeling extra tension, just push it down and keep pushing the head into the palm. And slowly coming down. And now a very simple one, move the chin down towards the chest. And then drop the head all the way back. Inhaling, dropping all the way the chin towards the chest. And dropping all the way back. And then last time, coming all the way down to center. And now slowly moving the head back into a circle. Moving the head all the way back. And then once you reach the middle, you change the circle and do this slowly. Don't do this fast. If you do this fast, then you're going to injure your neck. But if you do it slowly and with control, you're really stretching every single vertebra. And then again, moving to the right side, moving all the way back slowly and with control. And then coming back to center. And then last time, moving the head all the way back. And coming back to center, and now just rotate the shoulders, releasing any tension. And then the other way. And now, last exercise, bring your shoulders up, tense them, tense, tense, tense. Make a fist of your hands, make a fist of your hands, tense and relax. One more time, making a fist of your hands, shoulders up, tense, 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 squeeze and relax. And last time, squeeze the palms together, fists, bring the shoulders up, squeeze, releasing any anger, squeezing, and relax. And now, that should be it from my side. You guys are all relaxed, so thank you very much. I think my time is also up. Thank you. Did we have time for like 2 questions? We have time, sir, for 2 questions? We have time for 2 questions, and then I may miss my flight, but that's okay, then I'll come back. So do we have any questions? 2 questions? Science of yoga. Wow, that's a pretty, that could be explained in a book. I'm not so sure that I can answer this, answer in this way, but I'm going to answer this in a way that I think is appropriate. Sir asked, what is the science of yoga? And I said that this is to be explained in a book, maybe 10 books. But I'll tell you what the science of an asana practice is, right? Why do we do an asana practice? And how is an asana practice better than, say, going to the gym or playing squash, which I did many years of, and running also, which I did many, many years of and ran many marathons. But how is yoga better? When you do yoga, you're not just working on your physical body, you're also working on all of your organs. Through the various asanas that you're doing, you're actually massaging various parts of your organs. So the functioning of your internal organs is getting better, as well as your physical body. But you're also working on your endocrine system. Certain postures, you're completely putting your endocrine system in sync. So you're working on your endocrine system, which is hormones. You're working on your circulatory system. You're working on your digestive system, again through asanas. And of course, you're working on your physical body. Then there's the energy component of yoga, which is what is yoga doing on a very subtle level, on a pranic level. What yoga is doing is that it's creating a meditative state in the body. So when you do an asana correctly, it's like someone's putting a current into you and you understand what a meditative state is. So it prepares your body for further meditation and sort of going inwards and understanding what quietude of the mind is and what your inner conscience is versus always going outside. So that's a sort of very, very, very abbreviated answer. Anything else? Okay, well, if there are further questions, you can find me on social media, on Instagram, Ira Trivedi, Twitter, Facebook. Please take my email address from the IMA organizers. I would be very happy to address any questions. So please write to me. I would be thrilled to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you very much.